What is up, guys? I'm not Card Fighter. I'm a day late. Shut up. But welcome to this episode of CardFighter's Thoughts. Today we're going to episode. Today we're going to. Okay, I'm sorry. Today we're going over episode 12. 12 of CardFight Vanguard next, which is the last chance for Chrono and Tayo and Kazuma to gain entry to the U20 Championship via a tournament at the original card capital. So, before we get into this, I will initiate a spoiler warning. I will be going over the entire episode, so if you haven't watched it, go and watch it. Come back to me. I will do a link in the description below. Also, I'll be watching the video, but with no sound, so I do not get a copyright strike. So, yeah. Without further ado, let's get into it. What the hell was that? Alright, so this episode, I did like it because it just shows that more characters have developed than just Chrono, Tayo, Kazuma. Like, see the growth of Carl, Tsuneto, and I can't remember the other guy's name. Trinity Dragon, they've developed a lot in this episode. Like, this season, they have developed so much, like, in just such a short amount of time. Like, this is their episode, pretty much. And it's really good to see, not just, like, the main characters getting better, because they are pretty much, like, the comedic trio. Like they're trying and improving, but they just, everything they do just absolutely fails. Like, but in this episode, it's all about them, sort of, like, and it's just a really good episode, because it just shows that, like, these characters who have just been, like, pretty much comedic fodder have just grown into these really, really strong fighters. They even give Chrono and Tayo a run for their money. So, Chrono, Tayo, and Kazuma a run for their money. So it's really good to see. So right now at the beginning, as always, Kazuma isn't showing up to the tournament. So, yeah, kind of a dick move by him, but there is a reason for that, which we'll get into later on in the episode. And here we have the classic Trinity Dragon just mocking Chrono because one of his teammates is like, this is why I like Trinity Dragon. They are one of my favourite, like, comedic trios in an anime series, because like they're friends. Like, it's the sort of, like, witty stuff that they come up with is really funny in my opinion. It's just, they're really like a breath of fresh air from all, like, the, oh, I'm going to get stronger, oh, like, you know, you're my rival and all that crap. Sorry, word, language. But, like, it's just, they're a breath of fresh air, because, like, you don't really see them that often. I know my hair is a mess, shut up. It's just, like, nice to see them every now and then, like, because, like, you completely forget about them, and then they just show back up. So they're a nice breath of fresh air. So pretty much, like, because Kazuma is running late, Chrono and Tayo have to make their way up to the finals and had to battle through the tournament themselves. And if they even lose one match, then that's it, they're out of the tournament. So pressure's on for them. But it's Chrono and Tayo, main characters. They're not going to lose, let's face it. And here we see, like, there isn't really that many fights in the beginning thing, because, like, you know, obviously the main fight is going to be between Team Striders and Team Trinity Dragon, obviously. But pretty much, like, in this final fight, if Kazuma doesn't show up in 10 minutes after someone loses, spoilers, Tayo loses. So yeah, I warned you about the spoilers. Like, because Tayo loses, pretty much it's like quite a tense moment, because, like, you obviously know that Kazuma's going to show up, but there is, like, a little bit of, like, there's a little bit of doubt in yourself, because, like, wait, we still don't know really a great deal of this character, so you never know, he might not show up. Maybe, like, they lost, and then there's, like, some miracle chance that they do manage to get another opportunity to enter the U20. So, like, it does add a little bit of tension to the episode, like, thinking, wait, is he actually going to show up? Like, you know, is his character actually changed during the last episode? So it's nice to see. And then we see, like, Tayo's actual, like, dedication to Chrono in a way. Like, I know that kind of sounds weird, but Tayo is pretty much, he wants Chrono to know that he's a strong fighter who can actually fight for himself. Like, he's not just this weak character that from season 1, and like he just wants to show everyone that he's not just some weakling. Like, so like he does put all he's got into this fight, but unfortunately Enigmans get the better of him, which I also love. Like Enigmans are getting support in the next character booster, the Trinity Dragon booster, and it is absolutely hilarious. Like, they're a good support. They've got some really good support coming, and I can't wait for them. I mean, Commander Laurel has a stride unit, for God's sake, come on. Remember that annoying Dimension Police unit? Grade 1, 4k power? It's back as a grade 4. And his skill is broken as always. Like, pretty much, you rest 4 of your rear guards, and pretty much this unit gains the attack skill to, if it hits, you stand your Vanguard. If it doesn't hit, you stand your rear guard. So either way, you're getting attacked off. So yeah. And the hilarious thing is that they're keeping to Commander Laurel's route. So he's the only G unit with a base power of 4,000, which is absolutely hilarious because like it still like keeps like the roots of Commander Laurel and what he was originally before he became this powerful G unit. I mean, don't get me wrong, like there are still like ways like Dimension, because that's what Dimension Police is all about. They power up the units and give the Vanguard ridiculous amounts of power. So in a way, he's still hitting for a G unit's power, which is a nice thing. Like, it's just, he looks like a weird card, but he will be seeing a lot of play, I think, maybe because he's a burst unit as well. So be good in burst decks. And here we see like Carl's like true like fighting style, I guess you could say, like, because we don't really see much of Carl in the previous series. This is Dimension Police user, by the way. We don't really see much of him like throughout the series, and like the occasional times we do, he's getting absolutely wrecked. So it's nice to see like he's actually a character that can actually he's a character that can hold his own in a fight just as much as anyone else. So it's nice to see that. And then we have Sun Radiant. The Gurgit. I can't remember the name. Like he's one of the units that I want. Radiant Sword Gurgit. Is the evolution stride. It's a really good evolution stride, to be honest. And pretty much Tayo just pretty much bets it all on this turn. Like if he doesn't, he had the chance to snatch victory from Carl's fingertips, I guess you could say. But because he decides to play it safe and go for Gurgit's defensive ability, save cost for Gurgit's defensive ability, he just missed out on winning, which is, I guess, like you could say, like it's relatable because like thinking, if he survives this turn, I'm pretty much screwed. So I better just hold back my attack to a certain degree, so I have something to defend myself with. So it's understandable, but then again, like if he had done it, he would have won, which made Chrono's situation a lot more easier. And I can see why they did it, because I can, obviously the episode world lost all tension. As Kazuma doesn't really matter if Kazuma shows up late, because Chrono's obviously going to win because he's one of the strongest fighters there is at the moment in time. So yeah, and here we Kazuma has just shown up with 1 second to spare. Wow, what a coincidence! Literally just a second to spare. And the reason why he was late, he overslept. Oh, that does sound relatable. Oh, come on then, buffer. But yeah, now we have a Kazuma versus Kane, I think it is. He's a great nature user of Trinity Dragon, and he uses a big belly, so he's a G user. And he really does give Kazuma like a run for his money. Like Kazuma, you even sort of slightly see the old Kazuma, like the one that quits, like when he knows he can't win. Like you see like a hint of him, like just the tiniest bit, like thinking, "Don't you dare, Kazuma!" And then like he just pushes that away and just continues to fight because, like he's in a situation where if he wins, then Chrono fights, and if he loses in the final, then the team loses. But if he fights in this one and loses, then it's the exact same situation. So it doesn't matter what he does. If he doesn't keep playing until the game's over, he's going to lose. So yeah, it is nice to see like he knows the risks and he knows like that he has to do it. Like he's going through with the fights for his teammates now. He's not just thinking about himself, which is really nice because like we are starting to see like the whole character development that we wanted to see in Kazuma in the previous episodes. So it's good to see that doing it now. And now we get to see the new, I believe it's the new Great Nature GR, Omniscient Dragon, what's his name? Hang on a minute. Fernigus. I don't know if I'm butchering that name. I'm sorry if I am, but this one, I believe, I don't know the exact skill. Sorry about the lie, by the way. His skill is at the end of the turn, retire all units that were given 4,000 by this card's skill, I believe, and then countercharge as many cards for all the units that you retired. So, like you retired 5 units, and you have 5 on flips over counterblast, flip all them over, and draw the exact same amount of cards. So it's a good way to gain hand advantage and just get all your counterblast back. So pretty good skill, pretty good card. I definitely think like the Great Nature players will be using that. I know a certain person will be using it. David, if you're watching this, don't. Yeah, so it's a really nice skill. Like it's nice to see that other clans are getting the good support, not just Gear Chronicle, Royal Paladin, Neo Nectar. It's not just them that are getting all the good support. Yeah. And then we end on the climactic thing where Kazuma's just pulled a heal trigger and he pretty much needs to win it on this next turn for Chrono to actually win this fight. Otherwise, you might as well say bye-bye. But yeah, I generally did like this episode. It just shows that like Bushiroad are giving more character development to the lesser characters. So it just shows that they're not like forgotten, like they are still there. So which is nice, to be honest. But yeah, like the art style was good. The dialogue was alright. There were some bits in it where I just thought like, well, that didn't really make much sense. But overall, I think it was alright. It was definitely an enjoyable episode. And like I said, like Trinity Dragon's character development really, really well needed. Like even Kamui said, like if you're underestimating these guys now, then you're in for a surprise. So yeah, like a really good job by Bushiroad by showing that these characters can do more than just be comedic fodder. So yeah, I'm going to wrap up this episode here. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. I've been that Card Fighter, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!